So if you're just starting your journey into the MLB and maybe you're just going into the roadshow, what do you do to upgrade your player? So I've created a brand new one just to kind of show you the basics to start with. Naturally, I feel like a lot of people just want to simulate, and I get it with a lot of sports games. You kind of go into it, you don't want to do the start bit, or you might do the first few games and then you think, okay, now I want to be 80 rated. I want to be actually being able to hit stuff. So how do you upgrade yourself quickly, in a fun way, and just naturally throughout the game cycle? So they do have a decent menu this year. I must admit, I do like not necessarily the blocky aspect, but it just seems a bit more neater. They've kind of really gone overhaul on it. So the best thing to start with is by choosing what you are. Are you a slugger? Are you a power? Do you want to go on pitching? Do you want to go on catching? What is your skill set? What do you actually want to do? Because that's going to be the biggest thing. Personally, for a lot of people are going to be the slugger. They're going to be somebody who is most definitely attacking the bat more than anything. So as you can see, we've obviously got a few different things that we can go through, and the slugging is going to be my sort of playthrough going in there. Obviously you can load, delete, make a new play style if you really wanted to. So say I want to make a number 6, I can create a different side and go for a different sort of one, and then you can load up the next one as well. So if I go for my default, I go change it, you can load it depending on how you're feeling and how you want to play. Then if we go down a bit more, so we've kind of gone through the pitching and the batting side of stuff. That's going to be just how you actually want to hit, and you'll see all of the attributes and all of that good stuff and tasks and stuff that you've got to do that we'll mention in a moment. Then you go into equip to perk. This is going to be brilliant for you. I would recommend doing it 100%. So like I said, depending on what you want to go for. So for instance, I want to be personally more of a batter than anything. So I'm going to go for a power, and I'm going to go for the contact. So I've got the contact free here. That's going to be in there, and you'll get them from packs. I'll explain that in a second. So these are going to be just needed to put on regardless. You will get more slots as you go in a higher kind of rank. You get all the way up to 4, and obviously these are power 1 and contact 3. They will go up as well. We then also have the different kind of fastballs, sliders, all of that. That is more for your pitching. If you're not really that much of a fan, then you can kind of just leave that on basic, to be honest. There's nothing too crazy there. The equipment is huge, absolutely huge. So I would always 100% have a look at what you've got actually in here. So for instance, if I'm looking at a batter, you obviously got these C tasks. We'll kind of go over them in a second, but there is obviously different bats, gloves, uniforms, cleats that will almost increase your kind of stats by an absolute landslide. So they are something that is massive to try and get, and most definitely you want to be getting the best equipment possible. So that's just something you'll progress through for the game, but make sure you are actually equipped in it. A lot of people, I can imagine, get something, maybe forget to put it on, they're doing the next match, and then before you know it, they get 4 or 5 games down the line and you've not put on the new bat that you've got. It's a very, very easy thing to overlook. Are you looking for gift cards, game keys, and more? Head over to U7Buy for a variety of cards you can get today. From PSN, Steam, all the way to Xbox. With huge amounts of price variations, check the link in the description for cheap, reliable digital cards for you right now. We then also have stats and awards. That's just going to be standard, same as relationship. And then you have got your locker as well. So the big thing that I did say a second ago is these tasks and rewards. So as you'll see, you can go all the way down. You've got equipment, you've got pitching perks, you go more perks, batting. You got obviously the cheesy slugger, and it will keep going and going and going. This is just a bronze cheesy slugger as well. So you will continue up into silver and gold as well. So you've got the missions to do. So 6 innings pitched. You got 10 strikeouts, 15 plates, 20 putouts, 20 assists, 12 hits, yada yada yada. You can read. These are all going to be the starting missions, and this, like I say, is the absolute bog standard. I wanted to show you at the start, as if you're already halfway through the show, you've probably figured it out by now. This is predominantly for the beginners and kind of showing you different things that you might not have actually had a look at. So all of these are, to be honest, pretty standard whenever it comes to just playing the game, and this is stuff you don't get from simulating. So you need to make sure you are actually playing the game, as much as it can be a little bit of an ache to have to do everything. That is kind of the whole point of this. You want to put it at a level where it is almost challenging you because you don't want it to be easy. And I think I wouldn't get a game like this where you just want it to be that easy that it's just not fun. Like you are hitting a home run every single time. Like that can be interesting to see how many you can go in a row. But in terms of actually making it at least a viable, fun option to play, I don't personally like that. I don't like to try and kind of sweat it out if say for instance on a terms like a legendary performance, but I'm trying it on beginner. It's not really the case. But say I'm a professional, but I'm trying it on legendary and I'm really struggling, again, just lower it down a little bit. But predominantly, playing games is going to be the biggest thing, and that I think is the understatement of the year. But when it comes to what you can do as well with the perks, with the packs, with the tasks, and also the equipment, that is going to help you increase absolutely massively. I've got a video on how to get called up pretty quickly if you wanted to try that out. But if you are looking for a beginner, I would suggest just trying to get a few matches done first. Don't go into the big leagues first because you'll just find yourself absolutely overrun. But that's how to upgrade your ball player. Let me know your thoughts.